Morning, my friends. How are you? Coming to the workshop. You all saw this layered nativity when I released it Monday, and you guys are obsessed with it. So I thought I would put it together today for you. And we're going to keep it very simple, but I hope it packs a really big punch. This is a really thick piece, standing piece, because of all the layers. There's 6 layers, you guys. So come on into the workshop. My name is Beth, for those of you that may be new. This is the Ruffle Daisy, where I help you DIY your life, your home, your heart, and your business. Because if our home can be the most beautiful thing and we can be making the most money in the world with our business, but if our heart hasn't been DIY'd, then all the other things are not going to be as meaningful. So good morning. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Tanya. Go ahead and come on in. We're going to create this beautiful layered nativity. We're going to keep it simple. Hi, Deb. How are you? We're going to keep this super simple. I even thought about doing it all one color, but I don't think we are. We're going to gradiate some colors in. Good morning, Kimberly. How are you? Hi, Marie and Kathy. So I have glass in my hand. Yes, I said that, and I don't know what to do about it. It's bruising a little bit. I don't even know if you can tell. So yeah, we had an issue in the car yesterday. So the little lens came off of Parker's phone. He had a lens cover on his the camera phone, and it fell off. Number one, I didn't even know what it was. He picked it up out of the back seat, and he crushed it, and it was shards everywhere. Well, number one, I thought it was acrylic. I didn't know it was glass. Well, and number two, I didn't even know what it was. Okay, I just thought he picked up this piece of acrylic. I didn't know what it was. And acrylic isn't going to shard like that. Anyway, he was in the car and did this, and I was like, what are you doing? And I went to grab it and take it from him and put it away from him so he doesn't break it anymore. And it was shards of glass, you guys. And I grabbed it and I was like, oh my gosh. So there were some shards that went in my thumb. So I pulled the big one out that I saw, and telling him, I stopped the car and I'm telling him to get out and get the glass, because it was all over his leg, like tiny, tiny shreds of glass. And I was like, okay, I need a napkin because I'm bleeding. And he's like, you still have glass in there? I was like, no, I don't. I pulled it out. And he's like, no, Mom, you still have glass in there. So he looked, and sure enough, I had another piece of glass in there. So he pulled that out. And then I don't think it's all out. I think there's a tiny piece in there still. Take a piece of bacon on it with tape. Like raw bacon? I have raw bacon. Anyway, I came home and I put some peroxide on it, and I tried to squeeze it to like get maybe when it was bleeding, to get the blood to kind of come out. But I still feel a twinge every time I touch it a certain way. That's what I'm hoping. It's just gonna fester up and it'll push itself out on its own. But every once in a while it'll be like, oh, wow, that is still in there. So, okay. Kathy, I've never heard of that. I have never seen glass shard like that. Shard, is that even, I think that's a word. It was so delicate and fine pieces of glass. They were so sharp, so sharp. He's like, why would you do that, Mom? I'm like, number one, why would you break it? I was removing it from you so you didn't continue to break it. I thought it was acrylic. I didn't think it was glass. So yeah, I have a little bruise right there where it keeps like, I think it's in there, and every time I move, it like stabs me a little bit more, and so it's bruising. Yeah. Good times. So I'll have to try the bacon. I've never heard of that. Interesting. So what broke? Well, it was hold on, you guys. It was my nose is runny. Allergies, change of season, I don't know. On his iPhone, he had a cover over his camera lens to protect the camera lens. It was clear, but it protects the camera lens from getting scratched and all of that. And it had fallen off at like the day before when he was in the back seat. Maybe we were going to baseball or something. But it had fallen off. And so yesterday when I picked him up from football, he saw it in the floorboard in the back seat and reached around behind me to grab it. And so thank you, Jenny. Thank you so much. This is from Six Money's Creation. I do have some amazing shirts in my shop too. Anyway, yeah, it was a camera lens cover for his phone. And yeah, it hurts like the dickens. Yes, it does. So, anyway, we came home, made a delicious potato soup, potato corn chowder bacon soup, and Parker and his girlfriend made Rice Krispie treats. So that was our night last night. Yes. If you stick tuck tape and then rip it off, pulling the sliver out, you have also used Elmer's glue, but you have to wait for it to dry. So I can't feel it. Kimberly, I got my shirt yesterday and you love it. You got the one with the paintbrush, so pretty. Oh, I love it. Take a picture of you wearing it and post it in the group. I would love to do that. I would love to see that. Yeah, it's in the skin. Like, I don't even know if it would come out that hole, that tiny, tiny hole. I don't know. We're just going to have to see. We're going to have to give it a day or so and see because, yeah. All right, so we have a few different colors. Well, shades of colors. Like I said, we're going to like gradiate this. We have black, we have a darker gray, we have a light gray, and we have a white. We have 6 layers. So the first layer is the background that kind of has the shining light or whatever you want to call it. And then we have this layer with one of the wise men and some animals. And then this layer, more wise men. This one has the baby Jesus, and this is Mary and Joseph, and this is the stable. So we're going to gradiate this to where the back is going to be white. So Mary and Joseph went to the stable and it was nighttime or early morning. Good morning. Good morning, Marilyn. Hi. I'm so glad you're here. So it was nighttime. So this is going to be a nighttime sky that you're going to see. So we're going to do it black. Yeah, Sandy, my husband's like, do you need to go to the doctor and get that cut out? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, Rebecca, that's what I think. I think it's probably worked itself way into the skin. Yeah. Yeah. It's sharp and it hurts. So we're going to have to see how today goes. Anyway, it was nighttime, morning. I'm not exactly sure, but I know it was dark. So we're going to paint this one black. And then the very last one is going to be light white. And we're going to clean this up a little bit and get some of the etching burn marks off of it. It's a little bit shadowy. So we're going to clean that. And we're going to paint this white with a little bit. We're going to probably put a little bit of gold or yellow on this one. Good morning, Toby. Good morning, Jana. And then these 4 layers, we're going to gradiate. So with some gray. So it's going to go from black down to white. Okay. So let's go ahead and get our black and our white out first. Whew, it is a booger squeezing these. I can tell you that right now. We're going to do our black and our white. Let's go ahead and get some gray. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 grays. And we need to have 4. And so we'll probably mix some of the, oh, that's way too much gray. We don't need that much gray at all. We'll probably mix these a little bit and kind of form different grays and different shades of grays. Let's put some of this back in there because we do not need that much at all. I think there was a paint booger that got stuck in there. Here's this one, it's a little bit darker. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. We are going to, like I said, first, we're gonna clean this one up. This one is the last layer and this is gonna be white. So we're gonna just run a baby wipe over it and it's gonna get some of the burning or charring off that the laser naturally puts on. See how it's a little dirty? Okay, you can get that off, and then we can make this stand out a little bit more. All right, we're gonna let this dry so I'm not putting wet paint on it. And let's do this one. Good morning, Vicki. Good morning, Patty. I hope you guys are enjoying your coffee, tea, whatever it is you enjoy in the morning. Y'all, Facebook was wonky last night. I thought about going live, and then everybody was struggling. So I was like, I'm not getting into that Facebook land tonight. Everybody, all my friends that were live, that were trying to go live, it was just a wonky world in Facebook land last night. I'm not really sure why, but it was. So I thought it was a good time to just disconnect and not be on Facebook. And so that's what I did. And definitely lots of coffee today. I feel like lots of coffee every day. Okay, so these have, our front layer here does have some etching around the one star up here with some other stars in the sky. And I may kind of put some white into those. We're gonna see what that looks like here in just a second. I may get some white way down in those stars so they stand out a little bit more. We're gonna let the black dry. I'll put a little bit of white, dab a little bit of white in there, and then we may have to go back over the edges with some black. We'll just kind of have to see how it looks. So we're gonna do the whole first layer black. And then I'm gonna show you, this piece is really, really thick. And it is a great piece to, even though, you know, we always display the nativity and the manger and all of that at Christmas time, I think this would be one that would be really cute to, hello. I think this one would be really cute to just have out all year long. So, let's see. We're gonna let this dry a little bit. It is almost dry. It dries really fast, but let's go ahead and do our layer of white, and then we'll go back and put some white in those and see if we can get them to stand out a little bit. I'm not quite sure if we can, but that's gonna be our goal. That's gonna be our intention. All right, so now this one's more dry, and you can kind of gauge where you need to paint, because we don't need to paint all up here. So I need to paint behind the star here, and then just this middle piece. So just kind of gauge that. You don't have to paint the whole thing. I mean, obviously you can if you want, but there's no need to. Uh-oh, I think our kitty is gonna come up here and say hello. As long as she doesn't step in my paint. I have the door to the inside of the house. Yeah, that's good. I have the door to the inside of the house open, and so the cats are out here wandering around, wondering what all the, oh my gosh, there's a box here I can look at. There's a shelf here I can jump on. They're having a heyday. Oh, there you go. She just jumped way up onto a shelf. I told you guys. All right, so we're gonna take our little tool here, and we're gonna make these stand out a little bit more. Here's my glasses. I wish y'all could see her right now. She's way up on top of a shelf. We're gonna take our little tool and get the paint out of this kind of, oh, like the shining light. It's not really a light, but it's the shining pieces that would resemble the bright light. Okay, we may have to do a little bit more. I should have done that probably a little bit better. Let me use a sponge. There we go. There we go, there we go. Good morning, Diane. How are you? Okay, so we're gonna let this one dry. You can see that the little the rays of what would be light stand out a little bit more. All right, let's go back to this one. And there are several tiny stars here. So I'm gonna see, this may or may not work. We're gonna try to get a bunch of white down in that star. And then we'll go back over it with some, I should have probably done this first versus painting the black, but that's okay. And I'm gonna probably destroy my paintbrush here in the meantime, but we're gonna kind of get that white all down into those grooves, kind of like on that one. And then we like use this little tool to get them out. And I don't think my paint was dry because it's turning gray, but that's okay. It's gonna be enough of a variation of color that I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm gonna get that in all of those little holes, all of those little etching marks. And so the black is in those etching marks, which is probably what's not dry. Okay. This may not work, okay? So we're gonna see if this works. Good morning, Sheila. Shirley, how are you? Okay, I think it's gonna work. So we're gonna wipe this off. And oh yeah, I think it is gonna work, you guys. We're just gonna put some more black over it though. This one didn't work over here. Let's do some more black. And we're just gonna do this very, very lightly because I don't wanna push the black into the little etching of the stars. Oh yes, it worked. Okay, so you can see this side really well. I'm not sure that we're gonna be able to see that side, but I don't know. Can you see the etching in those now? That's very cool. Again, you probably could have done this first before you painted the original black, but that's okay. Okay, I really like that. So that looks really, really good. So now we can see the stars just kind of stand out a little bit more. It might be really hard to see in the camera. You guys see them? I love them. So cool, so cool. So I like that. Yep, I like that. It needed that. All right, let's do, I'm thinking let's do a little bit of gold, like some gold dry brushing around this piece here. Clean up our mess. I have a little girl sitting on top of the shelf over there watching me. All right, we're gonna pull out this gold. This is my dazzling metallic, and I don't have a ton, but I need to save some of it for a new project I'm working on. And let's go ahead and get a little brush, and we're gonna kind of dry brush the rays of light, I guess is what they would be. And this may be something that you can't really tell. I think it's gonna be really pretty too, Diane. You may not be able to tell this once it's all put together, but if you can, then I think it'll be really cool. So it takes very, very little. Okay, so we just have a little bit on there. We'll see how that turns out when we put it all together. Okay, so now we have, make sure this is the way it goes. So now what we're gonna do, we have two grays. We're gonna do this one a dark gray and this one a light gray, and then we'll make this one even lighter by adding some white to that one and this one a little bit darker. Okay, so this one's the dark. Hold on. Yep, this one's the dark. Let's go ahead and do this one. And then again, we'll gradiate some different colors. We may need to also, this one may take a couple coats. Yeah. This is going to be a really cool piece that you can, like I said, you can use this throughout the year, even though we usually decorate with the nativity around Christmas time. This is definitely one that you could keep out all year because that doesn't scream Christmas. Good morning, Gail. How are you? Thank you for sprinkling, my friend. So you can, let's think about this. If I want all of my my figurines to be silhouetted, then that means I should paint them all black. What do you think? Should we paint them all black? Let's do them all the color that we're wanting, and then if we want to go back and do them black, we can. We'll kind of see what it looks like doing each of the silhouettes with a color, the color that we have, and then we'll go back and do black if we want to do black. Okay, and this one's going to be the lighter gray, so let's get another brush. We're going to use lots of brushes today, I think. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Oh, I need some new brushes. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh yeah, this one has definitely seen better days. All right, this one's gonna be the lighter one. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on here. And then we'll mix colors to get one that's a little bit lighter than this, but not quite white. And then one that's a little bit darker than the gray that we just used on that one. I'm super excited about this piece. I think it's going to turn out really cute. Really like classic, timeless. And that's what I wanted with the nativity. I wanted something that was simple. You know, sometimes we make things a little bit, we just go over the top too much sometimes with some things. And, you know, I loved the simpleness of this one. You have a wooden one that you keep out all year long? I love it. Yeah, we usually tend to just bring the nativities out at Christmas time. I mean, for good reason, obviously, but definitely something that you can celebrate all year. Okay, this is definitely going to take a couple coats. Let's do another coat on this one. If you like the look of the wood grain, you can definitely just keep that. You could do like a wash or a stain with a baby wipe to put your paint on. That would be totally fine. And it would look really cool if you like seeing some of the wood grain show through. That would be really cool. I want it pretty crisp, and so I'm not going for that effect right now. But I think that would be really, really pretty. Hello, Maureen. How are you? I love seeing your beautiful faces pop up. I love, love, love that. Thanks for hanging out with me this morning. Okay. So this was one of our popular pieces that we released last week. You guys loved it. Or this week. This one just got released this week. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead. I think this one needs a little bit more help getting dried. So let's do that real quick. And that way we can put our second coat of paint on it. Novalee, what are you doing up there, pretty girl? She's in heaven. I'm surprised she's not right here. She'll jump up here when I'm painting, when I'm working, and she'll come up right here and rub on me and get all the attention that she thinks that she doesn't get any other time, but she sure does. Okay, you can see that this one dried a lot darker. So you could definitely do this in all black. I think that would be stunning, and I almost did that. But I really like how the back layer has like the light rays, and so I thought it would be really, really cool to have that one white. Kind of like, you know, Jesus being born, and he's the light of the world. And so I thought it would be really cool to do that. I love that, Charlene. Yeah, most people don't do the He is Risen unless it's Easter. These are definitely pieces that you can leave out all year. I think I did put this one in my everyday collection and the Christmas collection because, yes, they can be used all year, and I love it. I think they should be. All right, so we have that one. We have that one. We have this one. Those are done. I think that we probably will go back and make all the silhouettes black. I think so. We're gonna let it sit for a little bit and let's see, but I really think that we will. I just think I'm gonna like all the silhouettes black. Okay, so this one needs to be darker than this one, but not as dark as the black. So we're gonna mix a little bit of black with that dark gray and kind of see what we can come up with. There's some gold in my gray, which we don't want in there. All right, let's take a little bit of this black and mix it with this gray and make it a little bit darker. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Hopefully I mixed enough and can get this whole thing painted with that little bit. I think we can. We got enough in our paintbrush here. Oh yeah, we're good. Maybe. It's the only thing about mix and paint is, you know, you got to mix enough to go the whole way. Otherwise, you're going to be mix and paint again. So this one is Mary and Joseph. Yep. We're going to use every last bit of the paint that I mixed there. So I just added a little bit of the gray to, or I'm sorry, added a little bit of the black to the gray. Let's get these really good. Yeah, and it might need another coat too. I might have to mix some more. We'll just kind of see. Okay. And then for the white, or for the last one, we are going to mix a little bit of white with the light gray. Let's set that there. Hope it doesn't fall. So now let's mix a little bit of white with this light gray. Try to get it a little bit lighter. There we go. Has anybody snagged this yet? I know that a few of you did. I think this is going to be a really fun piece that I think everybody should have. Yeah, I might need a little bit more white. Or, yep, I might need to mix a little bit more. I don't think I have enough of this one. Let's go ahead and just mix a little bit more. I don't have enough. And this is the one. Actually, I don't need more of that. I just need more white because we have plenty of gray there. Okay, let's try to mix it now to where it's all blended in the same color. There we go. I think that's pretty darn good there. Oh, I got a little bit too much paint there on my cow. Went down in between his legs and stuff. We can clean that up. Let's see, there's something on my cow's leg too. Not sure what that was, like a paint booger or something. All right, we're gonna put this together and we're gonna see what it looks like with the silhouettes the same color as that layer. But I'm really thinking that we're gonna probably go back over and paint all the silhouettes black. Silhouettes are usually black anyway, so I think we might do that. We'll just see. Okay. Let's get some more on that cow's head there. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Good morning, Gail. So we sold a lot of those and it will go out this week. Yeah, I have a bunch that I cut yesterday. I'm cutting a bunch more today. So those will definitely go out this week. All right, we don't need this one. I think we're done with this one. So let's go ahead and this is still a little bit wet. Yeah, that's a big enough contrast. You're gonna love the stocking. You really are. It is so beautiful. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I absolutely love it. You're gonna love it. I can't. What color are you planning to do yours, Gail? Do you know? I'm super excited to see what colors. I could have made this one a little bit lighter. You guys, I think we need to make it a little bit lighter. There's not enough white in it. Not enough of a contrast anyway. We need to mix quite a bit more white with that gray. So let's redo this one. There we go. Okay, that's a much better. Just a light gray. Okay, let's try it again. Probably gonna have, I got a lot of paint on here. And my brush is, there we go. That's a little bit better. Mr. James just left, heading to work. Okay, there we go. That's blending pretty good. It was just a little bit too dark of a gray. It wasn't the look I was going for, so we just add a little bit more white. Everything's fixable. Y'all know that. If you don't know that, you should know that. Everything's fixable here. Yeah, let's blend this a little bit more. You can see my brush strokes a little bit. Now I'm wondering, yeah, I think we have enough contrast between the dark one. I think we're good. I just didn't get this one light enough to begin with. So we just had 3 colors. We had, I'm sorry, 4. We had a light gray, a dark gray, a white, and a black. And so we had 6 layers, and I just kind of added some white and black with the grays. You're still thinking what you want to do? It's for your front door. I can't wait. You're gonna have to show a picture when it's all done. Yeah, this is a much better variation for the white, for sure. So we're gonna put it all together before I glue it, and then we're gonna see kind of how we want, there's some gradation lines in this, but it actually looks kind of like the nighttime sky. We'll kind of layer it all, and then see if we want the silhouettes black or not, or if they look good the way they are before we glue it all together. Good morning, my friends. How are you? I'm so glad to see you guys here. A little bright and early this morning, but that's all right. Teresa, it will go out this week. Yes. Yours will go out this week as well. So what I've done with some of my, well, probably the majority of my pieces is versus shipping every single day, I've been, Kathy, I can definitely send you the link for sure. Okay, I love you. Bye. Yeah, they're both are. She's been on the shelf. She's been everywhere. She's going to sit there, and you can leave that open so she can go in when she wants. What was I going to say? Oh, so I do shipping on certain days of the week now. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. All right, let's see. Hello, Robin. Let's layer these together and see how they look and see if we want to paint the silhouettes black, okay? Good morning, my friend Robin. So there is some paint on the edges. I'm not gonna worry about that right now because we're gonna actually put it all together and then we're gonna paint the entirety of the piece black. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh wait, that is a dark gray, okay. And then the black. So I think we should paint all the silhouettes black. I think we should paint all the silhouettes black. Now, can you see? I think we should definitely paint all the silhouettes black. There's not enough variation still between those two grays. So, what I'm thinking, let's make this one a little bit darker. Or is it fine? Actually, I think it's fine. But I really think that we should do all the silhouettes black to make them stand out a little bit more. So let's do that. Let's do that. So our manger, our stable is already black. So let's do our little sponge and let's do these all black. Okay, there's that one. And then we'll do baby Jesus here. Yeah, I agree too. They definitely should be black. Okay, there's baby Jesus. Now here's a couple wise men and a lamb. I'm going to try not to get into the gray on here. You can use a brush if we need to, but I think this will be okay. Okay. And do the lamb. Yeah, I think this is much better. Is that your cat behind me? Does it look just like yours? So was that the tabby looking one? The darker tabby looking one? Yay, yay, yay. I'm so glad, Carlin. I'm so glad. Okay, this one might be a little bit more difficult because it butts up right next to, we might have to use a brush on this one. You know what? I'm just going to use a brush on this one. Yeah, I can't get it good enough, close enough, so let's just use a little brush. Hold on, we need to do this one a little bit better over here, down by the feet of the camel. And then this one will just butt right up here. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think this is going to be absolutely stunning. All right, let's go ahead and glue it all together because I think we're good to go. And then just make sure you have every piece kind of smooth and flush on the edges. So just kind of hold it up like this and it'll get, it'll adhere a little bit better because we want it to sit. I love it. We could have painted the back of that gold for the star, but it's going to be really hard to see the color in it. You're just going to see the star. So I don't think that we need to do that. And then we're going to paint all the edges black to cover up any of the, oops, I just touched the black. We'll have to touch that camel up a little bit. Oh yes, I definitely love the black silhouettes, for sure, for sure. Let's get the sponge again. Yes, for sure, for sure. Oops, I had white on the sponge there. Yes, I love the silhouettes black. Great choice, great choice. Good morning, Pamela. How are you? These look very, very similar. They are a little bit different, but they look very similar. I think we should lighten that one up a little bit, but I think we'll be good. And then we'll get some black paint and do our edges. And I thought about even putting on wrapping a ribbon around it, but I really don't think we're going to. I think that we're going to keep it simple. I do really like the nighttime sky, how we did. Good morning, Cheryl. You can very vaguely see the stars. I like that. Okay, here's Mary and Joseph. And then we'll do our front piece. So cute. I love it. Were you able to find the person that painted the pumpkin barn kit sent in the mystery box? Susie. She posted it in the Ruffle Daisy Creative Lifestyle group. I can go over there and look. I'll be honest, I didn't even look after that. Oh, Gail, I don't know. I don't think you're going to be able to get the stick fast off your shirt. You like the dark shadowy appearance? I do too. Yeah, it's on probably. What a bummer. Your favorite shirt. Yes, you definitely have to be careful with the stick fast because it sticks for sure. Susie, so when you go there at the top of the group, there's going to be a little like magnifying glass, and you can search mystery, because I don't know that she used the word pumpkin, but she said that it was going to be either in the mystery box or the craft stash. So those are the two words. I would search craft stash or mystery. Okay. That is stunning, you guys. Look at that. I love it. Let's get the edges painted up, and then we can even paint the back too. Cover up all the oops and mistakes. Oops, this one isn't adhering very well right there. Let's hold on to it a little bit more. We'll get all the edges painted black. And then we can definitely paint the back too. Oh, that one didn't adhere very well either. Let's get some paint down in, or some glue down in that little spot there. Maybe. Let's just hold it there for a second. You like it? Very simple, very packs a punch for sure. My nose is itching. Yes, I love this. So why would we put it up after Christmas? Definitely something that you can leave out all year. Oh, I love it. I love the dark silhouette. I do. There's a small spot there that I used on the dark gray that we need to touch up. I can see a tiny bit of wood. Let's put that on it. Ooh, great idea, Gail. She said, try to Google getting super glue off of, oops, I don't know. Is that the right gray? Ooh, that's not the right gray. It's because I added a little bit of black with this one. I remember now. There we go. That's better. We got it. We got it. This is really cute, you guys. I love the simplicity of it. You leave one nativity out every year until the next season. I love that idea. I love that idea. Okay, so you can tell this is a really thick piece. Great shelf sitter. I know some of you guys really like the thick shelf sitter pieces, and so check that out. You can definitely put some ribbon around it if you want. I thought about that, but I don't know. I really kind of like it like this. I really kind of like it. So if I wanted the stars to stand out a little bit more, I should have done the white in the stars first and then gone over with the black very carefully. So they're standing out a little bit. I can see them, but you could definitely make it to where they stand out a little bit more. But what do you think? Let's do our signature technique around the edge just to kind of frame it and just to kind of bring it all together. Yeah, YouTube how to get glue out. I would definitely put stick fast though, because stick fast is different than regular super glue. It's a, what's it called? The CA stands for something. What was it? Cyan acrylic, and I don't think all super glue is that. So I would make sure that you put that was the glue that you're trying to get out. So that it gives you the right. If you just put super glue, you might not get the right answer you're looking for. This is really pretty, you guys. I like it a lot. Cheryl, I have not. And I'm going to be completely honest. I forgot. So I will put that on my list of stuff to do today. I am so sorry about that. Okay, there we go. I absolutely love it. I love it with the signature techniques. Do you like it, Teresa? I love it. Just kind of frames it and brings it all together. Isn't that cool? Love it. Make sure you grab one of these kits. You could even add some really pretty burgundies, some deep reds to go in there. That would look absolutely stunning. But for me, I think that all of the curves here and the layers, they remind me of the stone. And so, you know, at Easter time, he rolled the stone away. The shape of all of these curved lines on each layer reminds me of the stone. So I really like that. You have the 3 wise men, you have some animals. I got some glue on that one. I need to get it off. Mary and Joseph, baby Jesus. I love it. I love it. I think I'm thoroughly happy and pleased with it. This is definitely going to go somewhere every day of the year, not just at Christmas. All right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Make sure to let me give you a little bit of a background since we did a nativity today. I agree, Charlene. Simple is better. Since we did a nativity today, I'm going to show you a sneak peek of one thing, and it's something that's coming November 1st. So November 1st through November 10th, you'll be able to purchase this, and it's going to be a workshop that I don't want to give too many details, but it's going to be a workshop that you are definitely going to want to be a part of, because we're not just going to be painting through it. We are going to figure out how to implement parts of it in every area of our life, what we're painting, okay? So this is the first. We got a little lamb, okay? Some of you guys can probably figure out what that might be, but November 1st, it'll be, you'll be able to snag a spot for that workshop. It's going to be fun. It's going to be something like it's going to be a workshop like I've never done. And I'm super excited to bring it to you. It's going to be incorporating DIY in your home, so painting, and DIY in our heart. Okay, we're going to intermix the two, and I'm super excited about it. So I can't wait to see you guys there. So mark your calendars for November 1st to come back and check this page, because you know how you love sneak peeks. You know how Facebook can be, and it stops showing you stuff and then you miss the opening of something. So make sure, right on your calendar, make yourself an alarm right now to come back here on November 1st so that you can see what I'm talking about, getting access to that. And I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm excited. I'm going to go cut some more stuff for you guys today, get some more stuff shipped out. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye.